All right, we are live, I do believe. There we go. All right, one person's in here. I didn't know I came on the same time as Loyal BBN. I messed up tonight. I forgot they come on at 7:30. For you guys that are coming in here, I came on the same time as my Loyal BBN guy. I didn't mean to come on the same time as Big Mike. I should have switched it, but I wanted to come in early. I'm gonna have to remember on Sunday night. All right, come on in, everybody. 3 people here. Okay. Well, I'll take some of Big Mike's people. Just sitting here looking at point spreads for next week. Yeah. I see we opened as a 9.5 point underdog at Auburn. That probably sounds about right. Um, we'll talk about some football, some basketball, whatever you guys want to talk about. Um, Definitely some basketball. I will be doing the basketball game. Whoever's in here, I will be doing the basketball game Thursday night right here. We'll have a watch party because it is on SEC Plus. And if you don't have ESPN Plus and all that, what's up, Jackson? Brian Kelly just got fired. He should have got fired. A lot of people's gonna get fired, Jackson. Yeah, everybody's gonna get fired, dude. Yeah, by LSU. Yeah, I'm sure he did. Yeah, see, you can't have a losing season, dude. LSU. Yeah, people's going to end up paying coaches a lot of money because they're going to bring in another coach, and then when that coach has a bad year, I don't know where it ends. Some place it's going to end where you have to fire one bad year, and you're going one bad year. Okay, everybody, half of Division One will fire the coach. What's up, Matthew? What's up, Blue Luke? I don't think I've seen you before. Big Mike, do your own thing. I like Big Mike now. I like Big Mike. Yeah, he's a good dude. He knows some stuff. Wow. Yeah. Let's not say that, big Blue Luke. I mean, I appreciate it, but yeah, we like Big Mike. I hope we get Will Stein. Well, we might get him. Like I said, Jackson, I don't know why anybody would come here. If you watch my video I put out today, I pretty much laid it out for you. You know, why would you come here? You know, no, Blue Luke. Welcome, Blue Luke. I'm gonna take your comment down just because yeah, we don't want to offend Big Mike. I don't mind. I understand what you're saying, brother. I appreciate that. So stay in here. I just don't want that up. Remove. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, Will Stein. Yeah, I mean, look, he's going to run a spread. That won't work here, but I have been looking into him. He's 35. So, hey, like I said, we're not going to spend money on football. If you watch my video today, Sports Talk Jay put out a good video about 2 hours ago about Kentucky. Obviously, we all know. Look, we all know we're going to spend money on basketball. So, I don't know why Will Stein want to come here, but if he does, he can come. I mean, I don't know why. Wow, everybody's coming in here. All right, come on in, guys. I came on in the same time as Loyal BBN, Big Mike. I forgot that his show on Sunday night was at 7:30 and 8:30 Eastern. I should have kept it. I wanted to come on here early because I'm battling a little bit of a cold, but I got to remember why I was going on at 8 on Sunday. I just watched Sports Talk J. Yeah, Matthew. Sports Talk J knows more about our football program than some of our media. That's the sad part. And everything he said is true, guys. Go watch Sports Talk J. I should have linked it in here. You can go watch it. It just says the same thing we all know. We're going to spend money on basketball. We are not going to care about football. I get it. You know, the Big East doesn't have football. So, yeah, we're going to spend our money on basketball. And that's fine. You know, just don't expect the next guy to win because he's not, you know. That's the only thing I'm saying. But, yeah, no, welcome. Well, we had a couple people leave. Yeah, I think he's fair. He likes to ride Nick Roush. Yeah. Look, man, KSR, they are what they are, dude. I mean, the dude's a meme around the internet, so whatever. If he wants to, Nick Roush is welcome to his opinion. But you know, writing some stupid shit all the time. Hey, come on, they didn't do this with basketball with Calipari. I'm gonna tell you that right now. When Calipari was 9-13, didn't nobody go on there and start talking shit, go on other channels to talk shit about basketball? Because you know what would have happened if they did? They'd have got their ass reamed. They just do it on football because they can get away with it. But whatever, if that's their thing, you know, go with it. As I said, Cutter Bowley's probably going to leave. I mean, I'd leave. Somebody's going to offer him some money. We'll see if he stays. You know, we'll see. I don't know if we lose Cutter Bowley or not. Welcome in. Yeah, Blue Luke. Sorry, brother. You can stay in here, Blue Luke. But yeah, I do like. I shouldn't. I should have looked at the time, but I'll take some of loyal BBN. Maybe y'all can cross back over to with them. But no, what do you guys want to talk about? I did a football video. If you haven't seen it, it was pretty. Some people didn't like it. Hey man, sorry, I just got out the roster and told you the truth. We got a bunch of 3-star players going against some 4 and 5-star players. What'd you think was going to happen? They blew our ass off the field. Okay, yeah, that's what happens. Christopher, what's up? The Bengals Jets game was brutal. Yeah, didn't Cincinnati just kick their ass? Right, I know they did. Right, I'm sure they did. I'm sure it wasn't the other way around. No, because Jamar Chase got me some points in fantasy, so I'm gonna say Cincinnati won that game. Right, Colts won here. Everybody's happy about the Colts in Indiana, and I'll get to Purdue. I'll get to go back to work here in a day or two and talk to all my Purdue fans, which some of them are, most of them are cool to me. But no, years developed these 3 stars. Yeah. Jets came back. Are you kidding me? And what, man? I thought, okay, well, wow. What's up, son of a gun? Man, I agree 100%. Well, man, it was the truth. People got mad. There's some people that got real mad. What am I gonna do? Hey, what's up, Derek? Welcome in, brother Derek. Welcome in, son of a gunner. Yeah, I mean, look, man, I just got the roster out and shows you, dude. It's just the way it is, man. You're not going to beat, whoever has a better player, especially in football. As I said in football, people get in basketball. It's not football. Football, you got to have backups. People get hurt. People get tired. They ain't going to stay in the game the whole game. If you don't bring in somebody just as good, you can get blown off the field. And look, what's his name? Aguilar, man, 20 of 26. He just had a good night, man. What's up? What's up, Derek? Welcome. Well, I'm glad you guys came over. I was going to come on, I was going to come on at 8. I didn't realize Loyal BBN had their show on tonight. I didn't mean to step on Big Mike toes because I like Big Mike. So I'll go over there later. He probably ain't going to be on as long as I am, but no, nobody likes. I mean, most people agree with my football. Some people didn't like it at all. Some people said I didn't have a right to say something about our media. It's like, dude, I'll say whatever the hell. This is my channel. I'll say whatever the hell I want. You can tell me what I say on my channel. Sometimes I get a little animated. You know me, if you're looking for graphics and a bunch of pretty and nice talking, you got the wrong channel, man. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. I'm almost 60 years old. I'm just going to call it. It is what it is to me. We're going to be good in basketball because we're going to spend the money in basketball, and we're not going to be good in football because we're not going to spend the money in football. It's about that simple. I don't know how to put it any simpler than that. Yeah, I heard that, man. And look, I mean, I get it. Just don't, these guys just talk shit about Marks. No, they never did that to Cal. Now, I did Calipari at the very end. Like Matt Jones was kind of saying, hey, it might be time. They weren't doing that shit when we lost in the first round to St. Peter's. They were a little, but they weren't going on other people's we didn't have our media going on other people's podcasts, bad-mouthing John Calipari, because if they had, well, first of all, they were too damn scared. They'd have gotten their ass reamed. So yeah, look, we're going to have a new coach, and whoever it is whoever it is. I feel sorry for him. I mean, I like him. Whoever he is, I already like him, because if he takes this job, he's got some balls. He either wants some money or whatever. So I like whoever he's going to be. I already like him. Whoever it is, I will support whoever it is. If it's John Summerall, I'll support. If it's Will Stein and we're going to run his spread offense, you saw we ran a spread offense last night. What happened? We scored more points. However, we kept giving the ball back to them. They could have scored 60 on us easy. They could have scored as much as they wanted. So that's what happens when you run a spread offense. You score, but then they get the ball and they outscore you. So that is what it is, man. The truth's going to come out. I mean, look, we all know what the rev share is in NIL. It's easy to see. And I'm glad we're going to be good in basketball. So we'll have fun on Thursday night. We'll do the Georgetown game right here. It's on ESPN Plus or SEC Plus. So if you don't have it, I have it. So I'll have my iPad sitting right here and we'll be listening to it. So we'll do that. And then we'll do the Auburn game. We're a 9.5-point underdog at Auburn. And our kids haven't quit yet, but I hope they don't quit. I just hope they don't quit. The fact that they went this long and played that hard is a testament, for not quitting. I got to give it up to those kids. Christopher, Nick Roush went on Tennessee Sports Talk Jay. Oh well, no, he they got a clip of Sports Talk Jay. Sports Talk Jay just clipped him. He just gypped that. He always gyps Nick Rouse. A bunch of people gyp KSR and make them into memes and play their stuff. Not just Sports Talk Jay, but it's none of my business. I mean, say whatever you want. It's KSR's channel. But no, yeah, no, they gypped that and put that on there. But Sports Talk Jay is a very smart guy. He knows. He tells you. I mean, he tells you like it is. He's saying the same thing that Matt Jones was saying. We're just not going to spend the money on football that we should spend. And what are you going to do? There's nothing you can do about it. What's up, Ethan? Ethan, here both basketball and football. Yeah, we're going to talk about both. Yes. So yes, Ed Origin. I hear him talk with the Cajun accent. Well, like I said, whoever comes here, I already like him because if he comes into this shit, you come into a basketball school that's going to spend all their money on that. You're a brave man. You just want some money and something to do. I guess I don't know. We'll see. We will see. What's up, Andrew? What's up, man? Were you at the game, Andrew? No, I didn't. Yeah, I think you said you were from Knoxville. You grew up. Yeah. Did you go to the game, Andrew? Were you there? Because I mean, it was exciting for a little while. Wish we wouldn't have gave them those first two touchdowns. Oh, you were there? Yeah. I mean, look, man, you saw it. Their wide receivers are good. I mean, they got 4 and 5 star. That running back is a 5-star that they had. Like I said, you look at their lineup and look at our line. That's all you got to look at. I wasn't there. Oh, you wasn't there? Oh, you were there. My fault. I wasn't there. Oh, well, you didn't miss anything. I mean, look, what happened is what happened. It was a good game. Cutter Boley is going to make himself some money, either from us or somebody else, because he's auditioning for another team probably. Somebody going to try to take him. Wasn't playing playground ball. Yeah. Hey, what's up, John? Welcome, John. Thanks for watching my video around catching everything. Yeah. There's that one. I think they got 2 5-star receivers. And yeah, they don't look Tennessee. You look at they don't take 3 stars, dude. They don't. Very rarely will you'll see a few. You ain't gonna see, Alabama and yeah. We have mostly 3 stars. Yeah, you got 3 stars going against 4 stars and 5 stars. That's what happens. Sometimes you play over your head, Brian. I don't think I've seen you before. And Vanderbilt doesn't have 4 and 5 stars. How are they so successful? Well, I don't know what Indiana and Vanderbilt has. I'd have to look at their roster. Vanderbilt's successful because of their quarterback and their defense. When he's gone, they won't be successful. Okay. Indiana's playing a spread offense, and their strength of schedule is 58. That's why they're successful. Okay. Look at who they played this year. 2 ranked teams, and Illinois sucks. So when Indiana wins the Big Ten, talk to me. When they beat Ohio State, talk to me. When they go to the playoffs and win a game, talk to me. Okay. When Vanderbilt wins the SEC, talk to me. Every once in a while you get lucky. Hell, we won 10 games. I don't know what Vanderbilt's going to win. 1 in 10. Yeah, we went through a lot of 1 in 10s, John. You saw me. I broke it down with the historical of my video today. I broke down the historical part of the fucking thing. Oh, my light went out. Hello. Oh, something haunted in here. All right, I don't want any ghosts in here. The schedule's over. Yeah, it's a shame. We played the hard part and got our ass kicked a couple times. Wish we could have got that Texas game. Can still go bowling. Well, we could, but look, man. If I Stoops, I'm making him pay. I know that. I don't know if you guys heard Mark Stoops say this. He has one of the best agent in sports. Whoever all the coaches, Lane Kiffin, whoever they have, and he's already told Mark Stoops, you ain't leaving without all your money. So you're gonna have to pay him his money, and that's just gonna put us farther in the hole. And then you're gonna have to go find another coach and blah blah blah. I want Vandy to make the playoffs. Well, they might. Look, Vandy's still going to have to, who they got left. If they beat Tennessee, talk to me. If Vanderbilt beats Tennessee and does some stuff, yeah, they've had a good year. Their quarterback is one of the best. He's as good as anybody in the SEC, especially at game managing. But he was good at New Mexico State, Diego Pavi. I called him out. I won money on him when he's at New Mexico State. Son of a gunner. Arkansas isn't much better. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Arkansas can score. Where'd you go, Brian? Yeah, I understand what you're saying, Brian. But they look successful is, 1 or 2. You can catch lightning in a bottle for a couple of years. Let's see if they can sustain that. Indiana and Vanderbilt can sustain that long term. Okay. Yeah, so we'll see about that. And welcome, Brian Pretty. I think you've been in here before. John, we knocked Vandy out of the playoffs. Well, that would be cool, wouldn't it? I mean, our defense had a hard night. It was a bad matchup. It was a bad matchup because they are top five offense. And yeah, they don't play around. As you can see, their defense wasn't that good. The last week we had it flipped. We played top five defense and offense. Texas should have lost to Mississippi State. You guys that were in here saw that. That was the worst thing I've ever seen any coach do. Their coach is the worst game manager, way worse than ours. Didn't even go for the win at the end of the game and played for overtime. Why would you do that? So yeah, excellent wide receivers. Yeah, Tennessee has excellent offensive line. They have excellent receivers. So anyway, yes, maybe we can. Auburn had they benched Jackson Arnold, so I don't know if he plays. They don't have a real explosive offense. They have a decent. The next couple teams we play have a really good defense. Like Florida has a good defense. Auburn has a good defense. So yeah, we just gotta not give up. I don't think DJ Waller's coming back, which hurt us. We could have used a tall cornerback. We wouldn't have won the game, but so yeah, Nichols is he didn't start out the year as a cornerback, but they had to move him there because we had an injury. So yeah, we're moving around some players, and so yeah, and then of course basketball this week we're going to beat Georgetown. I think they barely beat George Washington, whoever they played, so that'll be nothing. And then the first two games are on SEC Plus and ESPN Plus. So we play the first two crappy teams we play. You'll have to have SEC Plus or ESPN Plus, or you won't be able to see it. And then we play Louisville. So Louisville, I think they lost. So in basketball, right? Didn't Louisville lose their exhibition game? So we'll play Louisville. Look, we're not going to lose very many basketball games, guys. If we lose five, we might lose 5 games, 6 maybe at tops. You're talking basketball. Yes, basketball. I mean, I'll talk football if you want to keep talking. What do you want to talk about, John? Andrew, I'm going to Georgetown game. Oh, you are, Andrew? All right, well, we'll win that game. I think Jalen Lowe's coming back. I think I might have heard that. But no, we can talk about the Auburn game. Look, their quarterback, Jackson Arnold, he runs. Florida's quarterback runs. Diego Pavia runs. We're getting ready to play some running quarterbacks. We usually fare well on defense against running quarterbacks, as opposed to what you saw last week, a guy who just packs up and launches it. Aguilar's a good quarterback, and Josh Heupel made him into something. So kudos to him. Yeah, at least we won't see any gunslingers like that. I don't know how good Louisville's quarterback is, but yeah, that's not Diego Pavia's game either. I mean, so yeah, I went to the game. Was actually kind of fun. Oh, excuse me. Oh, well, bad at following directions. They wore a lot of orange, supposed to be in white. Well, whatever. Look, they beat the crap out of us. That looked like an air raid game. It looked like an old school game for those of you around them when we played spread offense. That was about the score of every time we played them. 60, 50 something to 30 something. Sometimes, they'd always get 50 on us back in the day. But yeah, Josh Heupel's a good coach, and if we spent more money on football and got some better players, whoever said that, come on back. Well, you didn't want to, Brian. Are we not gonna? Okay, you're not gonna get into a discussion with me, Brian. You're just gonna make a comment and leave. Okay, Vanderbilt and doesn't have 4 and 5 stars. Well, first of all, like I said, Diego Pavia is all they need to win in a good defense. And then, like I said, Indiana's strength of schedule is 58. They don't play anybody. They'll play a couple of hard teams, and then they'll back their ass in the playoffs, and they'll get their ass kicked. And the big Ohio State will beat their ass. Or they get into let's just see what Indiana does. Indiana's going all in on football for a couple of years, and that's making people here mad because they want to be good at basketball. So they're going to try to catch lightning in a bottle, and I don't blame them. But let's see how they do when they play Ohio State. Yeah. But that's all. Well, I guess that's all we'll talk about then. I like how the PA system was. The PA system wasn't working good, John. Oh, y'all. Well, anyway, look, that game when I knew they would win. Obviously, I knew they could score on us, but man, they could have. They just their offensive line was better than I thought they would be. sing their stupid song. Oh, they didn't let them sing it. Well, hey, you know what? They probably sang it. They didn't need to sing it. I mean, they could have just mimed it. Hell, I think that victory spoke for itself. They got it off well. What's up with Sonny Gunner? Yeah, they could have just mimed it. Hell, just don't need to sing and just point at the scoreboard. Cutter Bowley played really well, guys. That was a very well offensive game. He spread the out. He's they're trying to find out what throws he can make and what part of the playbook. We didn't throw the tight ends hardly at all, which I think surprised Tennessee. Tennessee's defense is not good, guys. I mean, they should be worried about their defense. I mean, I don't know if they can make it to the playoffs. I don't know if they can run the table. I don't know if they can get Vanderbilt if they don't, they play Oklahoma this week. Yeah, their defense has got to play better than that. I mean, but no, Cutter Bowley did very well. And that was a very well called game by Bush Hampton. And Brad White was just left doing whatever he could because that 6'4" guy was just wearing out our 5'10" nickels. Yeah, our poor cornerbacks were getting, and defensive backs were getting burned. Oh, man, they're getting burned. Andrew, I'm sick of the fans. Well, I mean, look, Andrew, this is a basketball school, brother. I just put a video out earlier today. That's the way it is. Yeah, I mean, would even stand up. No, look, man, listen. This is Andrew. For us, that's older. We've seen this movie before. I can tell you. I did a video today. I'm telling you what's going to happen is you got to pick a sport, and we made our choice. So it's the way it is. If we played smart, no penalties. Oh yeah, right, Matthew. That's what I said, Matthew. 3-star players going against 4- and 5-star players every game. I mean, it's not just. And for the guy that said something about Vanderbilt and Indiana, you just gave me 2 examples, partner. Give me more than that. Hell, I can pick out any outliers. That's not a very good sample size if you're talking about all of Division I, and do it every year. Yeah, and play the teams we play. We had the fifth or 6th hardest schedule in the nation. Yeah, I mean, come on, man. Vanderbilt, like I said, Diego Pavia is the real deal. He can win a game by himself. That's how good he is. And he got an extra year of eligibility, so that helps Vanderbilt. But anyway, look, it doesn't matter. You can't consistently year in and year out. And imagine if they'd had rev share and NIL whenever we had Benny Snell and Chris Rodriguez. You don't think somebody would have came and got Josh Allen, Benny Snell, Chris Rodriguez? You don't think they're following you, Will Levis? You don't think somebody would have poached some of our players? But they couldn't back then. So we were able to develop. You had time. Mark Stoops had 4 years to develop a 3-star. Now you don't. If you don't win, ask the LSU guy that just got fired, Brian Kelly. 1 bad year, gone. South Carolina's coach, Beamer, 1 bad year, gone. If you're going to keep firing your coach, you're just going to spend a lot of money over and over and over. If you're just going to keep firing your coach every year, that you're bad, there's going to be a lot of coaches get fired every year, and people's going to make big money on being a coach. Yeah, I mean, our schedule depends on who you ask. Yeah, I think 7th, 5 to 7th. Yeah, give that schedule to Indiana. See how many games they win. I bet you don't run up the score on Texas. Bet you don't run up the score on Tennessee. Yeah. Saban didn't want. No, he didn't. Saban wanted 8 because he was smart. Because now half the teams lose an extra game. And so, yeah, I mean, I get it. Look, guys, we're a basketball school. So, all right, well, we'll talk football. I was going to talk, Matt. 2018 were good years. Pre-INL, correct, Matthew, right. That's all I'm saying is, people don't. I kept saying in that video, think about this, guys. Think about the whole picture. It's a lot. It ain't just the coach. It's all the people behind that. There's way more than that. There's always a bigger picture. It's the AD. It's it's the school. We're not spending money on football. Sports Talk Jay was saying we probably only spent $5 million on football, and damn, and then 15 or 20 on basketball. Well, how many players can you buy with $5 million? I mean, that's why we got players from Kent State, Washington State, South Dakota. I mean, we did get an Alabama player and a Clemson player, but Derek, then just Stoops, right? Derek, it's always bigger than that. People want to blame Stoops. Yeah, that's what I said. Let's see how good the next defensive coordinator is that comes in here. You think he's going to be as good as Brad White? I think my cat, is she asleep? My cat's asleep over there, guys. I'm sorry. You can't see her black and white. She's sleeping. I didn't take the blanket off the bed because I didn't want to wake her up. All right. She's sleeping better than I sleep. Look, it's more than that. It's who's got the checkbook and how much money I'm going to let you spend. And, like I said, if you did that to Mark Pope, he wouldn't win in basketball. I mean, look, I'm not mad about it. It's just people are so dumb. They tell you half the story, Wildcat highlights. What's up, brother? Well, man, Wildcat highlights. I haven't seen you in a while. Man, you probably got some highlights to put out from that last game, brother. I didn't put out any shorts from that. I've been putting out basketball shorts. I have not put out a football short. Yes, a ball fluff. Yeah, she's sitting over there asleep. I didn't want to wake her up. She's sleeping. She's old. She's one of my older cats. I rescued her, so I'm letting her sleep. Yeah, highlights. What's up, man? Welcome. Come on in. I came on the same time as Loyal BBN. I forgot that he came on at 7:30. I like Big Mike. I didn't want to interrupt him, but Big Mike's upset that we lost in football. Look, man, I don't get that upset about it. I got a little animated on the video today. What aggravates me is people not comprehending what is going on. It is pretty simple. It's about the money. Everything in life is about, what was it? Gene Simmons from Kiss. Money's not the root of all evil. Lack of money is the root of all evil. Exactly, Gene Simmons. Not the smartest guy in the world, but I thought that quote was dead on. It's not the money, it's the lack of money. Yeah, that's our issue. And so, what are you going to do? We got 14 people in here. Hey, come on in, guys. If you're new, shout it out. Somebody came in here and just said something and then left. I mean, who's my guy that left? Came in here, gave me a drive-by and left. Okay, man, whatever. Said that Vanderbilt and IU didn't have 5-star players. Okay, well, whatever, dude. Okay. But anyway, no, guys. I'm looking back through what was said here. Well, whatever he said. Whoever he was. Tom, did you know about volley? Now what? So many horrible stories about how horrible they are. Oh, Vols fans in general? Yeah, dude, I've heard stories because of people that live on the border. Yeah, people that interact with them. Yeah, I mean, I heard bad stories, but like Sports Talk Jay, he's very respectful to Mark Stoops in Kentucky. I think some people said, now in the past, I'm sure he's said some shit, but yeah, Vols fans, they're so horrible. Yeah, I've always heard that about them. I mean, they're passionate, but you know what? Look, we're going to get them in basketball, and they're going to get us in football. It's been that way my whole life. Okay, Tennessee has never been to a Final Four in basketball ever. Did you guys know that? Yes. I mean, look, we're going to get them in basketball. They're going to get us in football. That's the way it is. And they don't care about basketball, and we obviously are starting to not care about football. So Jay's pretty cool. Yeah, he's very knowledgeable, and he's right. Mark Stoops never had a chance. They set him up to fail, and he failed. Well, what the fuck did you think was going to – I keep saying to those guys on KSR, what the fuck did you think was going to happen? I mean, act like it's a surprise and shit. We're losing? Yeah, we're losing. I don't understand those guys sometimes yelling at their car windows. Oh, is that what they do, John? Well, man, look, Tennessee people, they're very passionate. They're on the internet, dude. Their football people are on the internet. A lot of them are cool, though. I mean, there's that way in a lot of places. But a lot of Tennessee fans I've met and that have come in here are really cool to me. So, I don't know. But, yeah, I mean, look, football's not going to end well. And we'll get a new coach, and if we spend more money on basketball than we do football, then expect the same damn result. I mean, it's But anyway, hey, we're going to be good in basketball. So, yeah, beating Purdue, that was nice because I live in Evansville and I have some which Purdue fans are okay. Some of them were, thinking they're, got a little bit of a big head there, and then we took them out. So we play Indiana in basketball. As long as we beat them, which we probably will, I'll be fine. Indiana fans, sometimes, some Indiana fans could be really bad. That's the way it was here. When I moved here in the 1990s, it was bad. You didn't wear a UK anything if they didn't like us at all. They, lady bass player. Well, what's up, lady bass player or bass player? I don't know which one it is. I don't know if you play bass or bass, but welcome, lady. Go Cats. I'm glad you're here. I think you've been in here before, maybe not, but if you haven't, welcome. And you can we'll talk about whatever you want to talk about, lady bass player. I'll call you bass because we're in Kentucky. It should be bass player, right? Largemouth bass, bluegill, whatever. Bass player, bass guitar. Oh, you play bass? Hey man, who's your favorite bass player? Who's your favorite bass player? Now I'm old school. I got a couple. Geddy Lee. I like Sting. All the old ones. Ed Whistle. Love fishing. Okay, I love music. So bass players, yes. We're sitting here talking music. John, I really isn't he cute rooting for the team? A drunk. I don't know who you're talking about. Isn't he cute rooting for the team? I don't know. I don't know who you're talking about, John. Who are we talking about? Sting. You like Sting? Oh, I like you already. Lady bass player. How old are you, lady bass player? The Police is one of my favorite groups, man. Stuart Copeland and Andy Summers. Some people don't know what we're talking about, lady bass player. Just me and you for a second. The Police, man, I love it. If you guys haven't listened to Police stuff, really good stuff. John, UT fan said that. Oh, way too job open. Summerall won't be coming here. Why would John Summerall come here? Posse, I wouldn't come here. If I wouldn't come here if I was Will Stein. Why would you come here? Why would you send your kid here? That's what I said in my video today. People got mad. Oh, they got mad. I had to kick some people off, which they did some drive-by. And you can't talk about the media like that. But hell, I can. It's my channel. I have a right to. The media says whatever they want. I'll say whatever I want. It is what it is. Grew up in the '80s. Oh, I like you, lady bass player. I'd like to hang out with you sometime. We could talk. We could listen to the Police. And yeah. I didn't know. Okay. Yes. Brian Kelly got fired. I said Chip Kelly. Brian Kelly, he was going to get fired. He had one bad year. You can't have a bad year at LSU. You can't have a bad year. So whoever takes that job, you better damn well win it quick, or you're going to be in trouble. I'm going to turn this down. Somebody's, what are they saying to me? Disagree. He had 2 of 10. He was a good coach. Okay, I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, we're 9.5-point underdog at Auburn. Oh, old music. Yeah, I got a whole collection over here, lady bass player. I'll show you some. I have a whole vinyl collection. I got about 1,000 records. That's what the old people, not vinyls. I got about 1,000 records. So yeah, I love music. Summerall is going to be pursued by LSU, Auburn, and anybody else. And why would you come here? Will Stein, why would you come here? You know we're not going to spend money on football. You know you're set up for you to lose. You're playing in the SEC. You ain't playing in the damn Sun Belt here. Okay? It's set up for you to lose. I want you to understand that. If you're a coach, unless you just want to take money. If you're an older guy who just wants a job, the guy Oregon or whatever, he could come here. He's an older guy. He could just take the money, try and win here. But why would you come here? Michael Jackson, Madonna. Yeah, okay. They might be Giants. Oh, now you're talking, John. I didn't know you know about they might be Giants. I don't think a great football coach would come here. No, lady baser. I don't think a very good football coach would come here. Why would you come here? If you're a player, why would you come here? We're showing you we're not going to spend money on football. But yeah, please come and live in a dorm. Did you know, guys, that our players live in a dorm? Most players, every other SEC school has apartments. Now, a lot of people said our guys move out of the dorm, move in the apartments, but voting for Coach O. Okay, well, that'd be a good one. I had Michael Jackson jacket. Oh, okay, lady bass player. You're as old as I am then. You got to be something my age then. You got to be 50s, right? Come on. Well, don't say that in here. Ladies don't like to tell their age, but I like you already. I really like you. Please, lady bass player, like my channel and subscribe. And we'll talk one of these. We'll just get in here, talk about music. We did that one night when Ace Frehley passed away. I had Ace Frehley out here. He won a championship. Yep. Coach O. Yep. At LSU. Yep. But with NIL and rev share, guys, your roster is going to get rated. There's going to be people, if we have any players left, which we had those 20 free agents. Well, most of them are going to be gone. So, we just don't have anybody right now at high school level. We're going to have to go around and buy players like we did. And so I don't know. Derek, the 9-game SEC schedule, correct. Oh, your husband seen Kiss back in the day? I like him already, but lady bass player. It could be Go Cats. All right. John and Blue, who the hell was a bunch of guys you can't understand your team? The LA accent is great. Well, look, whoever comes in here, I'm gonna like him because he's got balls. I'll give that to him. I will support whoever comes in here. Same way in basketball. Look, this is I called this a football channel. That might be that might have been a mistake, but we're going to do basketball. We love basketball too. Look, we're going to be really good in basketball. So after football ends, it'll be all sunshine and rainbows and unicorns, and we got a chance to go to Final Four here. So yeah, Louisiana. Where are you located, Lady Base Player? Evansville, Indiana, right on the border of Kentucky, Indiana. But I'm originally from Western Kentucky, but yeah, I'm in Evansville, Indiana. That's where I live. I don't think I believe in it, Brother Tom. I'm a UK fan, hardcore fan. Well, you mean football, John? Yeah, I mean, I'm a football fan, but I'm a realist. WKRP, what's up, brother? How's it going tonight? No, good, WKRP. We're just, I came on at the same time as Loyal BBN, so I didn't mean to, take some of Big Mike's audience because I like Big Mike. And he got real upset when we lost last night. I didn't get upset. I knew it was going to happen. I mean, unsure they'd let me into the basketball game. Oh, you can go in. Lived in Evansville. Oh, really, Lady Bass Player? Okay. All right. We'll see, man. Well, girl, I might have known your dad. I've been here 33 years, so maybe I ran into him. Wow. Okay. But no, guys, 15 people in here. If you're new, speak up. We got some new people come in. Somebody gave me a drop-by comment earlier. Didn't want to talk to me. Okay, you can give me a drop-by comment. Give me a drop-by comment. He was there a long time. Well, it's an okay town. Third largest city in Indiana. A lot of stuff going on here. No sports going on here, but we got two divisions. Well, we have one Division I school and one Division II school. So Bruce Pearl coached Southern Indiana to a national championship in Division II basketball while I was here, and I liked Bruce Pearl as a person. Met him a couple times. He was pretty cool. But anyway, I don't miss a game for 25 years. Well, that's pretty good, John, if you haven't missed a game. School talk isn't new, friend. Yeah, I mean, look, I don't mind talking to them. Yeah, we're going to be good in basketball. I mean, look, we can talk about football, but we're just I hope the players don't quit. At least I don't think they've quit yet, but after that last game, I don't know. Tennessee did what they wanted to. Sure, they did. Yeah, their fans got their money's worth. What's up, Jake? I don't know if I know you. Cornette watching from Scottsburg, Indiana. Oh, well, you're right across the you're close to the Kentucky border. Well, welcome, Jake. Come on in, brother. I won Kentucky basketball tickets. Oh, really? The game was against Auburn. Well, that was a good game to win. Did we win that game, Lady Baseman, when you went to it? We might not have won in 2019. Well, we might have won in 2019. I don't know. Watching from Scottsburg. Well, thank you. If you want to hit the subscribe button, we're going to do basketball and football. I'm going to do a watch party Thursday night right here for the Georgetown game, which is on SEC Plus, which I have. I can't show it, but I'll turn the sound on. We'll talk about it. You'll be able to hear it. And we're going to kill them, Georgetown. They're not that good. And then we play two easy teams before the season starts that are on SEC Plus. And who do we play? Our first game is Nichols and Valparaiso before Louisville. So we play Nichols on November 4th and Valparaiso on November 7th. And both of them are not on TV. So you have to have the app. Then we play Louisville on the 11th. So Louisville's the game. And then we play Michigan State. And then we take off. Why would they quit? I don't know, man. Well, first of all, our media, I hope they're not reading what's in the media. So all MAC isn't anything to laugh at. No, we got some good players. Yeah, the year we played. Oh, you won? We played them in the Elite Eight. Oh, okay. So Lady Base player. So you saw a good game. No, John, I hope they don't quit. But look, man, they just can't listen to all the noise. It's just disheartening. I'm sure they're getting, worn down by this time in the season. It's going to get colder and colder. I just hope they don't read what's in the paper, which I don't think they do. But no, our offense played very well. Cutter Bowley, auditioning for a job somewhere else is what he's doing. All right, there's 17 people in here. Come on in. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. I'm going to do the Kentucky Georgetown basketball game right here, and I'm going to do the Auburn game, which it's usually about 15 of us in here, and that's all right. If there's one person in here, I'll do the Auburn game. Okay, they benched Jackson Arnold, so I don't know if he will play. He is a running quarterback. He runs first, so if we stop him from running, we can win that game. Same thing with Florida. You think Cutter leaves? I think there's a good chance, Lady Bass Player. I don't know why he would stay unless he just loves the team and wants money. When you say we're not going to spend money on football, we're not going to put any players around you that are any good. He almost went to Tennessee. That's what they were talking about. He visited Tennessee. He damn near went to Tennessee. Well, guess who needs a quarterback next year? Tennessee. And they offer him some money. He might leave. I don't know if they would take him, but John, we're at the sexy part of the season. Yep. Yeah. Mississippi State blew a game worse than we did against Texas. I'll tell you that. That was awful. 17 points up, and you just, I don't know what that was all about. But anybody was sitting here watching Texas again? No, I mean, we had a shot against Texas. We just blew it, and they did it to Mississippi State, so got them in overtime and then beat them. So don't feel bad. Arch Manning's not that good. But Lady Bass Player, I think there's a chance Cutter Bowley leaves. Sure. If we pay out Mark Stoops all that money, how the hell are we gonna have money to buy players? I don't know. Or another coach that's any good. I don't know. Like I said, the money will have to come from somewhere. The donors will have to pony up. Use the word pony up or whatever. I don't know. Well, it's just Lady Bass Player. Yeah, thanks for coming in, Jake. Watching from Scottsburg. I've been through Scottsburg, nice town. You're right there by the border of Indiana. Or isn't that right there? I think that's on the border of Indiana. Florida's in shambles, right? Auburn's, yeah. Vandy's they play a very slow game like we play. I mean, if you can stop Pavia, we only lost 20-13 last year because they play as slow as we do. They don't like to go fast either. It's just Pavia is very smart. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the country. And they caught lightning in a bottle. I'm in Kentucky. Oh, okay. U of L, his little brother. Well, John, we got beat, little brother, or we become little brother. And I don't know how good they are. Did Louisville win? Did they win? They won some games and lost some games. They beat Miami. So I know some people are going to go after Jeff Brom. I can tell you that. But no, we'll see what happens. A lot of coaches are going to get fired. More SEC coaches, more Big Ten. Half the Division I will fire their coaches, and then there'll be so many openings you can just pick your spot. If you're a coach right now, this is a good time to be a coach. If you're John Summerall, it's a good time to be John Summerall. Where you want to go? Auburn, Florida? Where you want to go? Where you want to go? People talk about Will Stein. I mean, where you want to go, Will Stein? We'll see. They got 4. Miami gave them 4 interceptions to Louisville. And then, Louisville was able to win with those 4 interceptions. But they got them. So they earned that win. I don't think their quarterback's great. So we don't play any real stud quarterbacks left, except for Pavia, who's just smart. He just knows when to run and when not to. Anthony, what's up, brother? On ball to get those picks. Yeah, they made plays. Yeah, they're wide receivers who are, like I said, a couple 5 stars, a couple 4 stars, tall guys, jumped up and got the ball. I mean, their offensive line was better than what I thought it would be, but their defense is not good. So I don't know if they can run the table. But Josh Heupel's a good coach, so I don't know, guys. I think I think we're going to be good in basketball. I think we're going to get the best players we can next year in basketball. And whoever comes in here, if you look at the high school players we got right now, it's just a handful. And we got a couple 4 stars and a lot of 3 stars. So, and with NIL and rev share, there's no time to develop 3 stars. And when they start to develop, somebody can come by and get them. It's not like when, Stoops got here and had time to develop players. Nobody was going to come in here and take Chris Rodriguez, a Benny Snell. Now people will come through and just take your players. So yeah, you got to win immediately. And all this now, you got to win now. No losing season. You have one losing season. Well, bye. Well, then you better not give a coach a long-term contract like Indiana. Indiana's taking a real risk with this guy. You know, he hadn't won shit. He hadn't won the Big Ten. He hadn't won a playoff. You give him a 10-year contract. The first time he goes 4-8, they'll be complaining. Do you think Tyron Stokes comes to Kentucky? It sounds like it, Lady Base Player, from everything I'm reading. Yeah, he's going to come to Kentucky. I mean, look, if not, we'll just get another 4 or 5 star. Yeah. How many 3 stars do we have in basketball? How often we take very never. Yeah, we're gonna get some good players. If we don't get Stokes, it sounds to me like we're gonna get him, but I don't know. We'll see. Somebody's probably offering him more money, and then we'll have to re-offer him more money. But that's what we've done. We chose our lot, man. I get it. We chose it. We chose basketball. Hey, no problem. I get it. I would have probably done the same thing. Just don't lie about it and just show us the numbers and just be honest about it. Back in the day, like I was told, for all you people who are older, back in the 90s, 80s, and 2000s, it was just an unsaid rule. Nobody said it out loud, but you knew we weren't going to try and get any football players. And no way, every once in a while we'd have a good team, but you just knew it was an unspoken rule. Now it's just trying to be you can't have an unspoken rule in this day and age. We can get on YouTube and call your ass out. Yeah, it's not going to be unsaid. So I want to see when we fire the coach, guys, as I said in my video, if you've not watched the video I put out this afternoon, I lay it out for you. I want to hear Mitch Barnhart or whoever the athletic director is say don't just hire a coach. What is the plan for football? What are we doing? What's the plan? What are we spending? What are we trying to do? That's all I'm saying is just be honest with us, the fans. I can live with that, Yeah, basketball school talk is old, John, but brother, it's old. That's the way it is. Son of a gunner, 4-7 was like the norm. It was. I don't know, Lady Base Player. We'll see. I think we can get anybody in basketball. If we don't get him, we'll get another great player. I mean, we're going to get top 50 players, top 100 players to come here because we can. As I said in my video, Mark Pope has the best car in the race. He has a Ferrari, right? Why does he have a Ferrari? Because they gave him one. He can afford a Ferrari. They gave him a Ferrari. That's why he's in a Ferrari, because they gave him one. They didn't give Mark Stoops a Ferrari. So what the hell did you think was going to happen? That's the way I feel. But yeah, John, it's old, but man, look, talk to C. Bear Bryant and Adolph Rupp. I got a video in my archives on. You can go back and watch it. I give you a little history lesson on Adolph Rupp and Bear Bryant. And Bear Bryant knew that basketball would always trump football, so he left, and that's fine. And it did, and we did well in basketball. So, I get it. Yes, but anyway, now whatever you guys want to talk about. There's 16 people. If you're new, hey, shout yourself out. We'll talk about another school. We'll talk about they gave Bear a car. Yep. Yeah. If they gave him a car, see, you're smart, Lady Base Player. Yeah. He got a pocket watch. Yep. I got to tell a little story about that pocket watch on my video, Lady Base Player. I have a little video where I go through the history between Adolph and look, Bear Bryant wasn't mad, as I tell you in my video. When Alabama needed a basketball coach, he called Adolph Rupp in the 60s and said, can you recommend somebody? And he recommended C.M. Newton, which is very smart. So, yeah, they got along. Anthony, was it a realistic expectation going forward, Kentucky football or going to basketball? Yeah, I think it's obvious, Anthony. The resources are going to basketball. Absolutely. It's not even close. I mean, most people are spending 5% of their budget on basketball, and we're spending 20%. Yes, you can assume going forward, unless something changes, and I don't see it changing with Mark Pope, we're going all in on basketball, which I tell you in my video today. Whenever Mitch Barnhart stood up at the SEC meetings and told the SEC commissioner, who wanted everybody to spend 5% or 15% on basketball and 75% on football, he stood up and said, no, we're not doing that. We'll spend whatever we want on basketball. That was clue number one. Clue number two, Mitch Barnhart comes on KSR and says, I'm not telling you the numbers because other schools would use it against us. Well, then it had to be bad, then, didn't it? If they're going to use it against us, then it was probably bad numbers. So they're not going to tell you the numbers, and they've already said we're going to spend one basketball. There's your clue. I mean, I'm not Sherlock Holmes, but I can, so yeah, Posse, it's not all about money. Mark, yeah, that's true too. Uh, well, yeah, but Calipari did that out of stupidity and he was he was all about himself. He let what's the word on pride? Pride killed John Calipari. John Calipari messed up John Calipari. Is what happened. Yeah, pride is the first thing that will get you. But yeah, it's not all about that Posse. And you're right, Mark Pope. I would give him the money. Look, I would go. I would do it. If I had to pick, if you said you have to choose, Tom, between being great in football or great in basketball, I'd choose basketball. All my friends, most of them don't even watch. More than half my friends don't even watch football. What time's basketball? We don't watch football. So yeah, basketball. Everybody wants to be happy, and basketball makes people in the state happy, and that's what we're all looking for is happiness. It's a shame we can't be happy in both, which is going to be hard for anybody to do from this point going forward. The Big East does not have football. They're spending all their rev share and NIL on basketball. The only way we can keep up is to do the same exact thing. And it's going to be hard. Daniel Harris. I don't think I've seen you, David Harris. What's up, brother? I feel that in any case, our media person should be willing to commit. Yeah, there you go. $2,000. Yeah, put your money where your mouth is. David, I like that. I mean, look, man, KSR, I like the radio people. I like Matt Jones. I like the radio people, but some of those people that write on that page. I mean, come on, man. Signetti, yeah. But you know what, Posse? Like I said, he ain't done shit yet. He's winning games, and I think they're ranked number one. Okay, when you beat Ohio State, call me. When you win a playoff game, call me. They ain't done anything yet. They're running a spread offense. Notre Dame took them out last year because they rushed their quarterback and they locked down their receivers. So maybe he will win one. I don't know. We'll see. But his strength of schedule is 58, as we said earlier. So he's got a chance to do something. And they're smartly going after football. Hey, what's up, DKP? Don't trash Cal. Yeah. No, it wasn't his recruiting. It was his pride. He was just all about him. How can I look good and, about me. I'm not trashing him. He's a great coach. Wish we'd have won a few more with him. But, yeah, he won us one. So, hey, but I like Mark Pope. I really like Mark Pope. I like his enthusiasm. One thing about Mark Pope is, all right, guys, let me ask you a question, everybody in here. Is it just me or does Mark Pope say a lot of words to answer a question? Like you'll ask him a question, how did so-and-so play? And he'll go on this long answer. I mean, the answer is so long. He's using the English language. He's trying to, instead of saying, yeah, Jalen Lowe played pretty good. And he just starts on this tangent and you're going like you're reading a Hemingway novel or something. He just says a lot of words to say one little fact. I sometimes wish okay, man, get to it. Maybe it's just me. I'm not as smart as he is. Obviously, he was pre-med. Yeah. I was military. Posse Cal didn't take character and fit. Yeah, no, he didn't into consideration. Yeah. His recruiting was fine. Yes, lady bass player, true. His recruiting was we always had players, he's not going to drop a play at the end of the game to win you a game. That was Cal. We couldn't do an out of bounds play. And the media didn't talk shit against Cal, until the very last year when we went 9-8-13 or whatever, 9-8-16. And when we lost to the first round to St. Peter's and to Oakland, Oakland finally they started saying they didn't start off going on other people's. There was no people going on other people's podcasts, the media talking crap about Cal because they knew better. Yeah, they'd get a phone call. And ask Matt Jones about that. He tells the story. Anthony, his writing is on the wall for Kentucky football. Yeah. 9-game schedule. The writing's on the wall. And rightly so. I mean, as I said, I don't have a problem with any of that. Just be honest about it. Just the athletic director, when we fire everybody, needs to come out and say, this is who we hired, Will Stein. We're not going to spend money. Just show the numbers. I mean, you can figure the numbers out, guys. I mean, you don't have to be a math whiz nowadays to figure out how much each player got and how much we're spending on football. I mean, Matt Jones told you, Phil the 68, Sports Talk J. It's not hard to look at our rosters in basketball and football and add the money up and figure out, oh, damn, we're spending a lot more on basketball than any other school. Supposedly, we have the most expensive roster. Maybe I bet you we got top five. So yeah, the writing's on the wall for football. But all of us that are older have seen this all our life. We just went through a great period in football, and it's over. All good things must come to an end, and this has come to an end, and it's not going to continue. That's the bad part for a lot of us. I would like to see it continue, but it can't because sports has become about money. You got referees cheating, and the Georgia game. That guy that got suspended, the referee for Georgia game. They cheated. I mean, I mean, it's not Georgia's fault, but the referee cheated Auburn out of a win. It's all about the point spread, is what the mobsters say. So I don't know. Do you watch NFL or MLB or the NBA? I cannot watch the NBA because it's unwatchable. I can't watch the Major League Baseball because it's unwatchable, but I do watch the NFL, lady base player. Yes, I like the NFL. I play fantasy football. But the NBA is so bad. I can't stand that. Everybody's jacking up a three. Nobody's playing defense. And then Major League Baseball. What did they do to that game? I watched that game. I don't even know. Is this slow pitch? They might as well be playing softball out there. So, no, I can handle the NFL. Yeah, those 10-game win seasons are over. Yeah, Derek, way over. You think playing 9 SEC games in Louisville, we'll win 10 games? Hell no, we're not going to win 10 games again. People will appreciate Mark Stoops after he leaves, after he's gone for a while. They'll appreciate him. And then we'll just see if anybody can come in and do that. Okay, all righty. Like I said, we'll see. Anthony, I'm close to checking out on sports. Well, you know what? Most young people, my daughter and my son-in-law, they don't watch any sports. Neither do their friends. They play video games. They don't watch. She'll sit down and watch a basketball game with me because when she was little, I made her watch Kentucky, and we won a national championship, and she was all happy. But yeah, I mean, these kids today don't watch sports. It's all older people watch sports, and I'm sure as hell I'm not going to bet on anything because this whole thing, we're a 9.5-point underdog at Auburn. I don't want to bet anymore because I watched this. There's a mob guy on the internet, Michael Franzese, used to be a mob. He tells you how they got players and they fixed the games with the point spread. Make sure the referees make sure we cover the point spread. So yeah, I knew sports has always been fixed. Everybody's like, this is some big surprise. I mean, come on. But yeah, I'm about to check out sports sometimes. I'm watching Pittsburgh and Green Bay. Okay, who's winning, lady base player? I have Pittsburgh's running back on my fantasy team, Jalen Warren. So yeah, I need for Jalen Warren to do something. He never scores a touchdown. Yeah, I like the NFL, lady base player. Man, your husband must love you if you love sports. Now, my wife loves basketball and football. She will definitely watch with me. But anyway, no. Pittsburgh 9-7. Okay, all right. I guess that's a couple, 3 field goals and a touchdown. All right, we got 23 people in here. Hey, if you're new, shout yourself out, guys. I'm Tom. This is Kentucky Football Nation. Welcome. We're just talking about, this is a fan channel. Whatever you want to talk about. Is people that know me. I'm sometimes I'm unfiltered. Ronald Clark watching Tennessee and Duke. Oh, really? In basketball? Rick Barnes. This might be his last year. Tennessee did buy a couple good players, but they didn't buy anywhere near what we did. Duke, I don't think we play Duke right now. We don't play Duke. We play North Carolina. Duke won. Oh, well, okay. Wow, okay. And it was just exhibition, right? So Indiana beat Tennessee at Tennessee last year, and look what happened to him. Yeah, I mean, Indiana's going to have to make the choice in the next couple of years on football or basketball. So believe me, their fans they like football and it's entertaining, but they're going to want basketball. Once we start beating them in basketball, it's going to piss them off. I can tell you, yeah, they're going to want a basketball team. Jake, I'm still pissed about Florida kicking the ball left on the clock. Yeah, I didn't see that. I didn't. You mean in the game they played this week with 0? Yeah, I don't know. Oh, hiking the ball with 0 time on the clock. Oh, you mean on the game against us? Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yes, it was obvious. Yeah, when you see it's the clock's at zeros and they got us. Yeah, okay, I know what you're talking about now. Yeah, we had that game. So yeah, I mean, we had Boom Williams. Man, I really like Boom Williams. That was one of my favorite. That dude was fast as hell. How did he not play in the NFL? I don't know, but man, Boom Williams. That's back when yeah, it was. People were probably getting paid, but it was not getting paid legally. The overtime game, yes, yeah. Brent Musburger did that game 10 years ago. Yeah, well, yeah, it probably was 10 years or something ago. Yeah, Boom Williams. That was a heck of a game. That's when we started beating them. That's what I said in my video. If you go watch the video I did today, some people got mad. I said, what do Jerry Claiborne, Bill Curry, Hal Mummy, Guy Morris, Rich Brooks all have in common? The 5 coaches before Mark Stoops. What do they all have in common? They never beat Florida and they never beat Tennessee, ever. That's what they all have in common. Here comes Mark Stoops, breaks the streak against Tennessee, beats them twice, breaks the Florida, beats them 3 or 4 times. And then, people want to just shit on. Well, then shit on him. He can leave, pay him his money. That's what they all have in common. None of them did it, but he did. 8 straight bowls? For all you that's older, we never went to 8 straight bowls in the history of this program. I don't think we ever went to 8 straight bowls. Unless it was the 60s or 50s, which I don't think we did it even then. So yeah, because there weren't very many bowls. I mean, to be fair, but yeah, we're not going to go to 8 straight bowls again. I doubt. Well, there's a lot of bowls now. The Pop-Tart, maybe we could go. People that are 5 and 7 go to a bowl now, but yeah, it's not going to be like that again. But yeah. Lady, do you think Stoops is gone? Yes. If I see him, lady bass player, I'd leave. I wouldn't want to be here. Would you stay where you wanted and weren't appreciated? No. Now, I'd want my money. I would make a deal. Matt Jones said that his agent is the agent for all the good, Lane Kiffin, all the good coaches, and he's gonna get his money or he ain't leaving. And I agree with that. I would not leave, but yeah, I'd leave. I would not stay here. Why the hell would you stay here? The media wants you gone. The media wanted him gone. I didn't understand it before this season even started. The media wanted him gone after last year ended, and I don't understand why. I've never to this day understood why you would want somebody gone. You got the Hugh Freeze never had a good year. He's going to get fired. He had 4 or 5 bad years. Billy Napier had he had 3 or 4 bad years. And he had 1 winning season. People are losing all the time, and Mark Stoops has 1 or 2 bad years. You're going to give him the hook? Like I said, I never understood. I never understood that. For 11 yards. Hey, I got maybe a point off of that. Thanks for the update, lady bass player. Yeah, hey, girl, come back in here. I don't have very many female friends. Females in here. Ronald Clark, if we're going to invest in football, just keep him. If we're not going to invest in football, just keep him. Which player are you talking about? Because we're not going to invest in football, Ronald. Just keep Stoops. Oh, well, see, I tend to agree with you, Ronald. Yeah, I mean, if you're not going to invest in football, why pay him off? But I don't think what they're so stupid. I'd want to leave because the media is so dumb that they just keep ripping his ass every day. And they couldn't do any better. I bet you Nick Saban couldn't win more games with the money we spent on football. Like I said in my video, it's going to come out one day how much we spent on football this year. And you wait to see. It was probably only $4 or $5 million. That's what a lot of people are estimating. We spent $4 or $5 million on football and $20 million on basketball. And you wonder why we lose in football? Can you add and subtract? Okay, it's pretty simple. It all comes down to the money. I think that's a song. Is that Houdini? Who wrote that song? It all comes down to the money. I think that's Houdini. That's an 80s reference, lady bass player. Actually, yeah, I think that was Houdini. It all comes down to the money, whether it's rainy, snowy, or sunny. I don't know the words. If I did, I would sing it. He just got another 12. Wow, I might win a fantasy football game. But no, look, there's 21 people in here. So some people did you just come in to just see what's going on, everybody? Hey, speak up, guys. You're in here watching. Speak up. Always money. I'll talk about whatever team you want to talk about. Two people left as soon as I said that. What do you want to talk about, guys? We'll talk about Louisville, Indiana. What do you say? Indiana's having a good year. Isn't Indiana ranked number one? If they beat Ohio State, man, hey, go to the playoffs. You never know. David. I respect the Kentucky coaching staff. You should. They're coaching their ass off. I wish all the wires would put. Yeah, now that's not gonna happen. Yeah, they'll see when he's gone. They'll see. They think somebody's gonna come in here and take $5 million and go beat Alabama, Tennessee. You realize we're rotating now, right? We have to play Tennessee every damn year, and Florida and South Carolina. They're all in on football. Then we're rotating around to Texas A&M, Alabama. Now we're going to be playing everybody, and we're only going to spend $5 million on. Like I say in my video, we're trying to build a Walmart team. Okay, a Walmart team is not going to work. I don't care what coach you bring in here. 3 stars is a bunch of 2 and 3. Well, the last guy we took wasn't even ranked. The guy we just took in football this about 2 weeks ago, he's no stars. So yeah, good luck with that. My husband's from Indiana. Yeah, you said Evansville, right? Oh no, you said your dad was. Well, where's your husband from? Jake. I wonder how much money UNC will put in their football program. Not very much. Not that's the rumor. In fact, I already watched one of their basketball podcasts, and they're like, we need to put money in basketball. And yeah, Bill Belichick and his girlfriend. Yeah, that's the end of that. They're not going to do that. That sounds to me like, they're not going to quit blaming the coach though, David. No, they ran his ass out of town. This was a setup. That's what pisses me off about KSR. If you're in here watching KSR, I don't blame one of you are. Y'all set his ass up before the year when you started going on these podcasts, June, July, SEC podcast, good old boys sitting there dogging out Kentucky, and you're sitting in there with them doing the same damn thing. And I'm like, well, take up for us. Even if they were right, you wouldn't sit in there and take up. Sit there and agree with them, would you? But you guys did. So you wanted him gone, and you wrote the story. They wrote a headline. What's the headline that these guys wrote tonight? I don't know why I'm on a KSR kick, but let's see what they wrote. They wrote, what did they write? What's the headline? Now let's see if they would have did this to Calipari, guys. KSR, what's their headline tonight? And like I said, I like most of KSR. LSU paid Brian Kelly $53 million. Oh, it doesn't. Mark Pope, Kentucky. So this is the, y'all can't see that. It says Kentucky, in parentheses, once again, opens as the underdog against an SEC opponent. Why you have to put the once again in there? Can't you just say opens once again in parentheses? You didn't say that about Calipari when he was losing, did you? Yeah, you didn't write that shit, did you? So once again, yeah, we know he's gone. Look, we know he's fired. So yeah, do you like KSR? Yes, lady bass player. I like KSR. I will support KSR. I really like Matt Jones. Matt Jones, I tell you what, he's about as fair as you get. When he talks about politics, I have to zone out for a little bit, but then I come back. He's about the smartest guy. If he wrote for the site and he covered, like when he used to do more with the site when it was his site, I really liked it when he first started. It was a lot better. I don't know if you guys have noticed. It's gotten a lot, what's a nice word for shittier? It's been a lot shittier since it got taken over by On3, and you let some people write that don't need to be writing, that don't know anything about football, can't tell you what kind of offense we're running, and you're at practice every day, and then you get on a podcast and say, I don't know what kind of offense we're running. Well, what the hell are you reporting on? So that's what bothers me is, yes, the short answer is I like KSR, yes. I love that call-in show every day. And I love, sometimes they talk about goofy stuff, but I like goofy stuff. I like Ryan and Drew and all those guys. But yeah, I just don't like some of the people that write on there. Mark Stoops is my coach, WKRP. Well, yeah. He's going to go, and I'd go. It's time for him to go. Shittier. Thank you. I didn't know a good word for shittier. But if you notice that KSR has gotten shittier, is it just me, guys? Because I have everybody coming in here telling me, dude, you're right. That's gotten a lot shittier. And that show has gone downhill. And everybody's like affirming what I'm saying. I thought it was just me. Because like I said, when Matt Jones is not on there, I don't even listen to it. I'd be like, Matt Jones is not on there? Well, I'm not listening to that. No offense to Ryan. I like Ryan and all those guys and Drew. And I like Shannon. And, I like the guys on the radio. But I like Tyler Thompson, but Some of the other guys, I don't know. They're memes. I mean, do you think the KSR guys? You realize it's not just Sports Talk Jay that's ripping them and using them as memes. They're being used as fodder and laughter all over the internet. There are memes of them, not just Sports Talk Jay. So look, if they want to be clowns, then it's their reputation. I don't write for a living. I'm just on a YouTube channel. But you guys write for a living, and your reputation is being fucking. I mean, you're known as a bunch of fucking clowns. If you want to be known as clowns, then be known as clowns. None of my business, but people are using you, especially Tennessee and other channels. And then you're dumb enough to go on an SEC podcast and rip our football program. So you're just, to me, shittier equals shittier. But that's just me. I used to have an app and then I dropped it. Yeah, I like KSR one time, but I don't listen now. You know how many people say that to me, son of a gunner, that they don't listen anymore? And I'm not going to do that. It was different when Matt's gone. Yes, it's way different. Yeah. I mean, look, Matt will admit that he doesn't know a lot about football, but you know what? He really does. Matt understands, like, he can tell you the sports game. He can give you all the NIL breakdowns. That guy's a smart guy, you know. I went to the remotes. Like I said, I will listen. I will support KSR because of Matt and then Drew and Shannon and the guys on the radio. So yes, I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna listen to the call-in show, even though I know they're gonna dog out the football coach. I'll listen anyway. Locked On doesn't even show up for football. Oh, Locked On is look. That's the dumbest series. Never watch Locked On Titans, Locked On Steelers, Locked On Ole Miss. Locked on your ass is what that's a whole network of people who want you to click on their podcast. None of them, if you watch the people that do these Locked On, half of them don't even know what the hell they're talking about. And it's a business. Locked On is a business. Anytime you see Locked On, it's the same voice, that same female voice that says Locked On Titans or Locked On Wildcat. Don't listen to any of that. That's Locked On shittier. That's what that is. Yeah, it is horrible. KSR hurts our football program. Well, I mean, look, I don't mind them telling the truth. I mean, KSR's telling the truth. Like Matt Jones, honest. I agree with Matt Jones. It's time for a change now. But my reasoning is, why is it time for a change? Okay, you just said you weren't. He's not getting the money he needs for a football team. So is it his fault? I mean, I don't know, guys. Oh, wow, we've been going an hour. It's horrible. No. No, but no, I will support. I'll always support KSR. And when basketball, they're good at basketball. Like Matt Jones knows basketball. I mean, those guys know basketball. So I don't mind listening to them in basketball because you're not going to get any better than them in basketball. So we ended up on touchdown Steelers. Okay, lady bass player. Okay, it wasn't Jalen Warren though, was it? That's all right. He's probably got me some points. No, I didn't mean to get on the KSR kick, but so many people bring it up. Like so many people come through and so many people comment on my post and we come in live. So many people say, I don't like that show anymore. I don't like that show anymore. And I'm like, man, like I said, I thought I was the only one. I thought it was just me that I thought, well, man, this show isn't as good as it used to be. And everything changes. So, oh, that's all right, lady bass player. It's horrible. Yeah, I mean, it can be. But no, like I said, nobody's smarter than Matt. He's doing a lot of things. He's doing ESPN. He's got a restaurant. Like he's a busy dude. It's not like he's just doing when he just started KSR. That's all he did. And so, yeah, he was able to devote all of his time. And he doesn't have control of the website anymore. And so, yeah, you can get anybody to write anything on there. It's easy to write bad stuff. Look at news. Look at the world news. Look at the headline news. Ain't no good headlines on there. Football sucks right now. So you just go, football sucks, and people are going to click on it. And he should be fired, and he should be fired. Well, no shit. We heard you. What else you got? Negative sales. So, yeah. And, of course, Mark Pope, if he wins a championship, that'd be great, But let me ask you this, guys. What if Mark Pope doesn't go to the Final Four this year? I mean, you had that expensive of a roster. And you find out they had the most expensive basketball roster, and he didn't go to the Final Four. And I'm not jinxing him, knock on wood. I just hope he wins every damn game. Hope we go 40-0. I'm just saying if he doesn't, there's a lot of pressure on him. Now, we're going to give him a long leash. He'll get several years before they, Yeah, it ain't gonna be like Stoops where 1 or 2 bad years they ain't gonna ask his ass to leave because he's one of us. Jimmy, what's up, brother? Angler. Oh, Jimmy, look, man. Jimmy Jam, I interrupted Big Mike's show tonight. I did not realize he was coming on at 7:30. Please send him my apologies. He came on right before I came on, and I was like, oh, damn, should I go on? Big Mike is on. Jimmy, Big Mike is upset about football. He was so upset last night. Hey, Jimmy, I watched Locked on Jets, Titans, Razorbacks. They start whining because I know you're not saying winning. Oh, don't worry, Jimmy. Yeah, I like you guys do. Like I said, Jimmy's a now there's a channel, guys. Loyal BBN. That's not Locked On. Go to Loyal BBN. I know you guys in here. You already know who Jimmy is and Big Mike and all those guys. Yeah, tell Big Mike to chill football. Just tell him, man. Look, it's over, dude. I wish it wasn't. I know he's upset, but when you're spending as much as we are on football, you're gonna get what you pay for. And I mean, Cutter Bowley played well. The defense just got shredded. So, uh, yeah, love loyal BBN. We all do. Now that's a channel right there, guys. Look, this is a fan channel. You can come in here and say whatever you want. I don't care as long as it's not too disrespectful. I got to watch what I say. You know, sometimes I get a little animated. But yes, yeah, like the basketball game this week, guys. We're gonna Georgetown. We're gonna kill them. The first two teams we play, Valparaiso and whomever else here, Nichols. We're gonna kill them. Then we play Louisville. So we'll see when we play Louisville. And of course, our point guard's not hurt, so Jalen Lowe is not hurt. So hopefully he will play this week. I wonder if he'll play. Has anybody heard Jalen Lowe's going to play Thursday night? I don't know. Maybe they'll hold him out. I'd play him. What the hell? Just his non-shooting shoulder. I hope he gets him out there and lets him play, but he doesn't have to. David, Big Mike, yeah, BC. Yeah, I like BC, and then yeah. And lady, haven't heard. Okay, nobody's heard about him. When we have 3 stars and 4 stars, not 4 and 5. So Jimmy, I just made a video about that earlier today, and some people got really mad, and I had to kick some people off my. Don't come by and give a smart ass comment and think you're gonna let that stand because I'm just gonna block your ass. But yeah, there's some people got mad that I gave out a little bit too much truth. They're not ready to hear the truth, so I think it's true, allegedly, but it seems to be true. Son of a gunner, I heard he was getting up shots. Well, good. Don't forget Miss Lee. Oh yeah, Miss Lee. I forgot Miss Lee. How rude of me. How can we forget the beautiful and talented Miss Lee? Miss Lee, beautiful, talented, great channel, loyal BBN. Like KSR, you don't have to go to KSR. You don't have to go to any channel. You don't have to come here. That's the one thing about this iHeart and stuff. Look, man, this is the new place. This is new media. It's online. And I'm not on X and I'm not on, all the other channels. I'm just on YouTube. But yeah, if you're on the internet, you can listen to whatever you want. You don't have to listen to anybody you don't want to. You don't have to listen to the radio broadcast. You don't have to listen to anything on iHeart or Spotify, or you don't have to listen to Joe Rogan. You don't have to. You can listen to whoever you want to. So yeah, it makes it a little bit different. You can go listen to Miss Lee. She knows what she's talking about in basketball. By the way, Miss Lee is very knowledgeable in basketball. She should be writing. J-Lo will play the first game against Nichols. That's what I thought, Jimmy. I thought they might set him out on Thursday just for a precautionary. He doesn't need to play. We're going to kill Georgetown. I think they barely beat George Washington. Was that George Washington, the president, or George Washington, the school? Ronald, what's up? Will Kentucky overpay for stuff? Probably. Yeah, they're going to. Yeah, they probably will. It sounds to me like some people have come in and upped the price. But you know what? We probably going to pay it. Probably going to pay it because he's a 5-star, right? Yes, Mrs. Lee is awesome. She knows her stuff, and Miss Lee knows her stuff on basketball, and Jimmy does too. So yeah. Yeah, I think we'll overpay for Soaks if we have to get him. Yeah, Georgetown Hoyas, right. That's what I thought, Lady Baseball. I thought, is it Georgetown College? No, it's Georgetown Hoyas. Yeah, whichever one. We will pay him, play him, or play him, or pay him, or play him. Okay. Oh, I don't know what you meant, Jimmy. Play or pay, whichever one. Somebody's going to play and somebody's going to pay. And look, I don't, like I said, I don't have a problem with going all in on basketball. I get it. We're a basketball school. Just don't pay. Yes, we'll pay. We'll pay the man. Yeah, yeah. And like I said, watch who we get in football. So who's going to be our next football coach, guys? While we're in here, we've been here an hour and 20 minutes. Jimmy, who's going to be whoever he is? I already like him because he's coming into a shitstorm with no money. Yeah, how'd you like to come and coach a bunch of 3 stars? Because we're not going to give you any money. Who the hell's going to come here? John Summer ain't going to come here. Will Stein. Well, I don't know why Will Stein would come here, but he can. Somebody that's older. And what did they say on KSR? Who did they say? Who's the guy that coached at Florida and got fired before Will Napier? He coached at Mississippi State. I can't think of the guy's name. A retread. They were talking about him, an older guy coming here. So, yeah, you're going to have to get somebody that can coach up some, some 3-star players, or hell, the last guy we got was no star. So, yeah. I can't think of I can't. It escapes me. An older guy. In fact, he's doing bad at the school he's at right now. So, but no, we should get that Tom guy. Yeah, coach is coaching somewhere else next year. You think Stoops stays WKRP? I don't see. He'll stay for money, but I don't think he stays. I wouldn't stay. I mean, I'd be like, fuck you guys. Excuse me, your language, lady bass player. Cursed in front of a lady. My mother told me never to do that. My apologies. You know, crazy. Sorry for cursing, guys. That was not right. Hey, Chainsaw fans in here, brother. Where you going? He's going nowhere till the end of the season. Right. He's not going well till the end. Then they'll buy him out. But yeah, pay the man his money and let him go on his way. Because you already said he sucks. All of our media said the same. Well, not all. Most of our media said it's over. Well, if it's over, give him his money and send him on his way. See who you're going to get to come in here. Going anywhere to win. We'll have the money. From Oregon, maybe. Well, I don't know. Oh, from Oregon? Well, that's the guy we were talking about, Stein, right? There won't be no coach left by then. Yeah. Well, Chainsaw fan, brother, listen. Ain't no coach. Why would you come here? And let's talk about coaches. How about player? If your son was a really good high school football player, would you tell him to come here? I mean, seriously. I mean, why would you come here? I'm just beginning to think, this is, look, all of our lives, for all of us that are older, have seen this movie before. We know how this turns out, guys. It's not going to go well. Okay. It never has. Stein, yes. Jimmy, yeah. I don't know why Stein would come here. He's 35. He runs a spread offense. You saw what happened last night. We'll score. We're going to get beat. Every time we play somebody good, we're going to get beat 50, 60 something to 30 something. It'll be just like the Hal Mummy days. We'll win a few games, but we will get our ass kicked a lot of games running a spread offense. You can't do it in this league. If you could, somebody would be doing it. Indiana's the only one that's having a little bit of success with sort of a spread offense that they run. And we'll see how they do when they play Ohio State, because they're worried, believe me. Their fans are a little worried. But yeah, there'll be some coaches left if you pay them the money. Yeah, spread offense. You don't keep giving the ball back to Tennessee. That's what happened last night. Tennessee could have scored however many times they wanted. We scored quickly. I mean, you got to give it up to us. We scored quickly. WKRP, we're one of the 16 SEC jobs, right? Have a shot at the. Well, the only thing about that WKRP is you get to coach in the SEC, but you don't get as much money as all the 15 teams ahead of you are all going to have money to buy players. Well, maybe not Arkansas. Okay, so 14 of the 16 teams are going to have more money than you, a substantial amount of more money than you do. So once again, if you come here, you get to coach in SEC, but you get to fail most likely, because that ain't going to work. And I don't know who wants to come here and fail. Maybe somebody does. I mean, maybe they'll use it as a stepping stone. Will Stein could use it as a stepping stone, or he could get, it could become a coach's graveyard, and then it messes him up and he doesn't get a good. You got to think about his future. If you're 35, does he really want to come here? Like I said, I don't know. out of 90% of the teams in Division One. Yeah, maybe I don't know about that, JKRP. We'll see. Like I said, we're gonna have to see. You know, we'll just have to see. There's 20 people in here. Speak up, guys. Who wants to talk? I'm Tom. This is Kentucky Football Nation. Some of you just came in here to listen, huh? I like that. I hope I'm entertaining to you. Come on in. We'll talk about anything you want to talk about. You want to talk about Louisville? We respect everybody here. Tennessee. We'll talk about whatever you want to talk about. What would you like to talk about? It's up to you. 80%. Well, now you went to 90 to 80%, WKRP. Look, it's the SEC, but you're going to be hamstrung. You're going to be at a huge disadvantage. That's the problem. As I may, if you watch my videos today, I'd take you through it. And some people got mad about it, and because there was a little bit too much truth. But that's just the way it is, man. Like I said, I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad about us choosing basketball. Just don't shit on football. Just tell the truth. Release the numbers, and whoever the next coach is, I want the AD to sit down in front of the fans and say, "This is our plan for football. We have a plan for basketball, right? It was obvious. We're going to spend whatever the hell we need to spend, and we're going to get the best players we can get. Okay, well, what's the plan for football? Well, I'm not telling you, and I'm not releasing the numbers. Okay, then why would you go to a football game? Why would you, So I hope the AD, if it's Mitch Barnhart or whoever, is smart enough to say, this is what our plan is for football. Here it is. This is what we're doing. We're not going to spend it. If it's not the same, we're not going to spend it. Would you go, well, if he says that, nobody you go. Look, it ain't 1996. We're all going to figure it out, okay? That's what the internet is for. We don't need the news or the Lexington Herald Leader to tell me what we're spending on football and basketball. I can figure that out myself. I don't need you to tell me anymore. Some people in the media think it's 1996, and we have to read the Herald Leader, and we have to go on and I'm going to just I ain't going to pull a certain website and read an article. And I'm not dogging out Sea of Blue I'll just use them as an example. I like Sea of Blue. I don't have to go and Sea of Blue to know what the hell's going on. And I don't have to read that Lexington Herald Leader. There's too many podcasts in here. There's too much stuff going on. So yeah, Moreno played great. Yes, lady bass player. He impresses me. Now we'll go to that. Saying Miss Lee on your show. Oh, you're welcome. I love Miss Lee. Beautiful and talented lady. Son of Gunner. Exactly. Thank you. Posse. Want to have a good basketball team. Just accept bad, mediocre football. Correct. That's all you got. And it was an unsaid rule all my life. It was said, but it wasn't said. We knew we weren't going to be good in football, and nobody got really mad about it. If we won 6 games, we were happy. If we went to a bowl, oh my God. But Mark Stoops, victim of his own success, and he raised the bar so high. Ain't nobody going to go over that bar, guys. Ain't nobody going to win 10 games here. I got news for you. Not happening. Not with the 9 SEC games. But yes, a lady bass player. I like Malachi Moreno. As a matter of fact, man, he plays like he's not a freshman. He plays better than Brandon Garrison. Right now, hell, I would split their minutes. I would play them, and whenever acquaintance comes, somebody gonna lose some minutes here because Moreno in that scrimmage was giving Garrison all he could handle in the blue-white scrimmage, and I like Moreno better than Garrison. I think he's better. Maybe not at knowing the system and running the plays, but as a talent, Moreno's good. Derek Jasper's way better than I. Yes, once again, the 3 Kentucky boys scored 33 points between Noah, Jasper, and Moreno. So yeah, they're good. Jake, is it possible for Kentucky to leave that? No, you don't want to do that, Jake, because there's revenue sharing. Okay, it's shared 16 ways. We still make money off of all those TV contracts. So no, we're not leaving. No, that would be bad. Just lose and be happy with the money you get. Jasper reminds me of Rob Dillingham. Yeah, they were saying that on KSR. Excuse me. That was a good example, by the way, to use. He does remind me of him, Dillingham. If he ends up like Dillingham and shoots like that, we're going to be, man, look, we won that. We blew Purdue off the floor because of not our first 5. It was 6 through 12. That's why we're going to win, guys. We got 6 through 13. We got so many good players. When somebody goes out, it's like what I was saying in football. Tennessee, Georgia, their offensive lineman goes out, a same offensive lineman just as good comes in. That doesn't happen with us. We don't have backups. When somebody goes out, the next guy's off. It's a step down. You can't. Football is a physical game. You're going to get hit. You're going to get hurt. You get tired. It's not like basketball. If you don't have backups, you ain't got a chance. So that's what I said on my video was, look, if you're going to commit to football, you have to commit to 85 scholarships. And we just don't have the money to do that. Our second five is legit. Yes, Jimmy. Our second five in basketball. Our third three. How about our third three? We'll wear them down. Yeah. Rick Majerus in 1996 said, best team in the country is Kentucky starting five. Second best team is their 6 through 10, their bench. Yeah. So yeah, if you split our team up, the second team could get ranked in the top 25. That's how good we are. Football are matched based on talent level. Well, yeah, we be playing in the Sun Belt. Our bench guys are legit. Yes, lady bass player, yeah. And we paid the money for Yellow Vic and all those guys. That's why we paid the money. And I get it, pay the money. Be good in basketball. I'm going to be happy. We're going to enjoy basketball. Hey, we got a chance to win a national championship. That's great, man. We beat Purdue. I live I'm Indiana. We're going to beat IU most likely. If we beat them, man, that'd be a great year for me. Yes. But yeah, I mean, you look at our roster and if Quaintance is number 14. I mean, Reese Potter's 13, Brandon Hawthorne's 12. Those are still decent players. Cam Williams, you saw Cam Williams come in the game. Colin Chandler, I wish he would shoot a little better. But Alway, Aberdeen dude, and Diabate. Diabate and Aberdeen was two of the best pickups we could have got. Those dudes, Purdue never had a chance. They couldn't stop us. We were straight to the basket. Out rebounded them by 13. They never had a chance. They were never going to win that game. Now, they won't be the same when we see them if we see them in April. So, reminds me of Tayshaun. Yeah, he's built like him, the lady bass player. Hawthorne reminds you of Tayshaun Prince. That's a good player to remind you of. We've been going an hour and a half. I'm going to go a few more minutes. There's 24 people in here, so some people obviously came in to just watch. Anybody want to speak up, guys? Speak up. What do you want to talk about? We'll talk about whatever you want to talk about. Basketball, football. If you're from Louisville, we talk about any team. Tennessee, we're respectful to everybody. Duke was physical with Tennessee tonight. Well, Duke's ranked, right? They're picked ahead of us in Vegas to win the national championship. We're like the fifth team. I already bet it 17-1. Now it's 15-1. We're the fifth or sixth team in Vegas to win the national championship. You guys know that, right? We're not one of the top 3 or 4 teams. No. Purdue, Houston, Duke. I think St. John's was ahead of us. Kentucky gave my balls. Yeah, we did, Tony. It was a good game. We scored a lot. Thank you for your great show. Well, David, you appreciate it. Some people like me, some people don't. I get it. There's some people I don't watch because I don't care for them. I'm not like everybody else, and they're not like me. And hey, I just come in here and be honest with you. Jimmy, Cam will be better. Yeah, he shot the ball along with Chandler. Yeah, Chandler, I don't know, man. His shot's not falling. We were physical. We were more physical with them. Duke didn't look as good as we are. Well, good. I'm glad. We out physical played Purdue. Yeah, I knew it. I put a video out and a bunch of Purdue. I put out a 4-minute video that said this is going to be a basketball team versus athletes who rebound and play defense against the motion offense. And one Purdue guy said, this is the worst review I've ever seen. It's like after the game, I put out my post review and I said, whoever you were, dude, everything I said happened. Yeah, we out rebounded. We had to out rebound them. They play a motion offense. Their guys cannot get their own shot. That's why you saw they can't get their own shot. Whoever the guard is, the all player of the year, Braden Smith, he's a little dude. He ain't driving past anybody. So they've got to get them open using a motion offense and screening. And, Fletcher Lawyer, how old is that guy? He's been playing for 6 years. That little dude, he can't get his own shot. So they got to use the motion offense. And it's not going to work against a team that can keep you from going in motion. I mean, 2 + 2 = 4. Jay, what's up, brother? Basketball team plays 4 times games as a fall team. Why shouldn't they get 4 times the money? The only problem with that, JJ, is the basketball team has 14 players. The football team has 85 or 115 scholarships. So they have more positions. That's probably why. Jimmy, UK defense is good. Yes. Yeah, our defense in basketball is solid. Good luck trying to get to the basket because we will block your shot. And yeah, uh, look, we just don't need to. The only thing I'm worried about, JJ, and you can tell me, let me shut this door, guys. Hang on a second. The only thing I am worried about, the only thing I'm worried about is I don't want to peak right now, Jimmy. Like I don't want to be peaking in December and January. I want to peak in February, March. And I just don't want us to peak too early. I don't know how you guys feel about that. Okay. I don't want us to peak too early. Ole Miss and Alabama won, but just did pull it out. Yes, Tony, in football, yes. Yeah, Texas should not have won that game against Mississippi State. Mississippi State blew a game worse than we ever did. So, but no, guys, I'm worried about the football team. I just don't want us to peak in December, and then kind of relax and then take it easy because the SEC is not going to be challenging, guys. Okay, other than Florida, Tennessee, Arkansas, there's only a handful of teams. It's not going to be a challenge when we get in the SEC. That's my only worry is, I just don't want us to peak in December. That's all. I hope that answered your question, JJ. But yeah, basketball and football is just two different things. Football, people are going to get hurt. I mean, you're going to get hurt all the time. And football, physical sport. I mean, chances of you playing the whole 12 games and without getting hurt or banged up is, it ain't basketball. All right. I'm Tom. This is Kentucky Football Nation. Everybody went quiet. There's somebody. Tony, does Kentucky not have enough money to recruit good football players? We have money, but we choose to recruit basketball players. Tony, no. The answer is you have to choose. It's hard to be good at two sports. You have to choose one, Tony, and we've chosen basketball. So the answer is we're not going to spend the money on football. We're going to spend it on basketball, which makes sense to me, Jake, what happened to the Evansville basketball program after Pearl left? Oh, USI? Now they went downhill. They're actually Division One. They went Division One. I said they were Division Two. They're in the OVC. Yeah, they're no good. Yeah, they never did anything. Kentucky Wesleyan was a big school, and then after Ray Harper left, they never did anything. That used to be the big rivalry in Division Two, Kentucky Wesleyan, but they changed conferences, so they don't even play. Yeah, so it's basketball. Harmon, what's up? I'm calling it. UK basketball is going undefeated. Wow, Harmon, that's a heck of a call, brother. That'd be a lot of. I don't know if I want us, to get into the tournament with no losses. I don't know about you guys. That kind of worries me a little bit because then there's so much pressure. Like when we got 38-0, there's so much pressure on you. Then you don't shoot good. I mean, if you're right, Harmon, that's good. If we lose a couple games, it'll hurt my feelings. Jimmy, yes, I think Pope did not put all his plays out. I hope not. We have a lot more, yes, through the year, ready for November, December, and March. Well, I hope so. SEC championship game. Well, I know, Jimmy, Pope's very calculated. One thing, Jimmy, I want to ask you, Jimmy, have you picked up on this on Mark Pope? He says a lot of words to answer one question. Like when they ask him a question, he could just give a real simple one sentence answer. Like, how did he play tonight? Jalen Lowe. Well, he played good. He uses a lot of words. And I find myself listening to him going, hey, man, can we get to the answer? Because I like all your words. It's like he's great with the English language, but he's saying too many words. Get to it. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, Jimmy. Maybe it's just me. He says a lot of words to answer a simple question. And then he goes off on another story, and it's like, where are we going? Dude, we weren't even talking about that. What would he get back to Jalen Lowe? It might just be me. How many championships does Kentucky have in basketball? 8. Yes, 8. Thank you. National championships. Yes, 8. Hopefully 9, right? We're ranked 9th, and I forgot the 9 thing, and maybe we'll get more. Oh, there's 29 people in here. Wow, I was going to get off here, but you know what? I'll stay on a few more minutes. What does anybody want to talk about, guys? We're sitting here talking about football, basketball. Football's not much to talk about. We're going to fire Mark Stoops and own staff, and we're going to see if we can find a coach who wants to come here and coach with less money. than anybody else other than Arkansas in the SEC. That's about the synopsis of it, right? Who wants to come here and have less money than every other team you're going to play in the SEC, except for maybe Arkansas? I don't know. Jimmy, yes, he does. I think he tries to get it to the media. Yeah, he tries to keep the media from thinking about his great team. Well, I don't know, Jimmy, but sometimes, man, I'm like, dude, I don't know where you're going with that answer. I don't know. He says a lot of words. He's well spoken with the English language. Tony, do you ever go to any of the Kentucky football games? I have not been to one in several years, but yes, when Stoops first got hired, I think it's been, man, it might have been 2015, it might have been 10 years. It's so hard. You know what? Going there, driving there, parking, going to the stand, it's so much easier just to watch on TV. I mean, it's not as much fun, but then when you get older, you're like, do I really want to drive 3.5 hours to Lexington, then walk and park and go there, then drive back? Yeah, I need to go to one, but it's been a while. Derek, I know it's only one game, but Louisville did not look good against Kansas. Oh, that's what I heard. I did not see the game. Uh, Lady bass player, my friend, had season football tickets. Yeah, like if I live closer, but I live 3 hours, 3.5 hours, and it's a long way to drive. And you come back in the middle of the night, unless it's a day game. JJ, I hope Georgetown tries to get us in a rock fight. I don't know if Georgetown's that good, JJ. I think they just barely beat George Washington, so I don't think it'll be much of a game. I mean, Purdue couldn't even get us in a rock fight. Louisville, that's the game, guys. The third game of the season, November 12th, I think. Yeah, that's the game where we know what we have. When we go into Louisville, we'll know after that. I said the Purdue game that showed us something. Now we'll see something in Louisville. Then Michigan State a couple days later or the next week, and we play so many good people. North Carolina, Gonzaga, Indiana. We play such a hard schedule. By the time we get to the SEC schedule, that won't even be a challenge. I don't. Florida be the only team that give us, maybe Arkansas, but no. Look, our second five could friggin' win the SEC. To be honest with you, our second team could do, almost win that. So, yes. Wow, there's 25 people. I've been on an hour and 40 minutes, and I'm battling a heck of a cold this weekend. I have not had fun trying to sleep with a sinus infection. I toughed it out in the football game last night, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna come on tonight. 22 people. Okay, what's on your mind, guys? We got basketball. We will do Georgetown right here. Okay, if you're in here, you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. I have ESPN Plus and SEC Plus, so we're gonna do the game right here Thursday night. I can't show it. I have it on my iPad. You'll probably hear it because I'm gonna turn the sound up, and we'll chat during the game for the people who can see it. And I may turn the iPad around a little bit and let you see some of it. We're gonna kill this team, and then we will do the Auburn game Saturday night. I don't know why, but it's a football game, so we're gonna do it. And no matter what happens. So Louisville did not look good. Okay, Jimmy, good. Pat Kelsey has a lot of work to do. Well, I hope he doesn't do the work before November 12th. I want to WKRP. I want the schedule to be as hard as possible. I want all the teams to beat Kentucky. I want all those teams to have to beat Kentucky. Oh, you must be talking about basketball. The lady bass player. Did you see the handshake between Pat? No. Somebody was talking about that. What happened? I know Bill Self is about the most unaggressive guy ever. Did they just blow past each other? Do they hug each other? What did they? I mean, Bill Self is not very aggressive, so I don't know. Pat didn't look happy. Well, he lost. Look, man, yeah, don't do that. I mean, if you lose, you lose. I mean, you lost. It's an exhibition. I mean, Bill Self probably didn't even care. I heard Kansas has got one really good player. KSR was talking about. I'll be talking to you on your podcast. Keep up with my other TV. Well, Jimmy, I appreciate it, and I will keep up with all loyal BBN, and tell Big Mike, hey man, football is what it is. I know he's upset. I'm upset. We're all upset about football, but it ain't gonna be changing anytime soon. And basketball's gonna be great, guys. So we'll watch basketball. At least we'll be good. I mean, look, we got a chance to win a championship in one sport. That's pretty good. Peterson looked good. Oh, that's the guy they were talking about. Matt Jones was talking about on the college show. Darren Peterson. Okay. Well, hey, whoever he is, Kansas. I got a friend who's a Kansas grad, so he'll be happy. But no. Okay, we got 19 people in here. Okay, well, I'm going to stay on here a few more minutes, and then I'm going to call it a night. See if I'm ODing on NyQuil here, trying to get this cold. I feel better today, but son of a gunner, I'm not upset about. I'm used to it. Well, right, son of a gunner. Us that's older, I heard South Carolina jackpot was screaming at the TV and shit. I don't do that, man. You know what? Look, we know what's going on. We've seen this movie before. We know what's going to happen, and ADLAC. I don't know. Welcome to the show, ADLAC. It's clear we overpaid for this team. You mean for the basketball team? Better than us, unfortunately. Are you talking about basketball, 80? How many SEC coaches are going to get fired? Harmon, a lot. About a total of 7, probably 7 out of the 16. Oh, basketball, you think we overpaid? Well, can you have too many good players, AD? I mean, if somebody gets hurt, we made sure that we had 2 of everything. So yeah, if we win a national championship, we did not overpay. If we don't go to the Final Four, probably overpaid. Jimmy, yes, he's good. Peterson is good. He's not better than our starting 5. Okay, well, good. But no, AD, listen, man, if we win a national championship, hey, it'll be worth it, right? We will have paid for the best team. So, yeah, we'll see at the end of we'll know in April more about that. So, look, we're not going to lose very many games in the regular season, guys. 6, 5, 6, maybe. 6 or 7. It will be probably a 1 or 2 seed. Beating Purdue should help us move up, even though it didn't count. When people start losing, we should move up pretty quick because we've already proven that we can play with anybody defensively. So when we play St. John's, North Carolina, Indiana, Gonzaga, we'll know what we got. We'll know how good defensively are. All right, guys. I will stay. I'm gonna stay a little bit longer. Anybody speak up if you want. If you're new and you can speak up, we'll talk about anything you want. Any team. We respect everybody's team here. We like Louisville. We respect Louisville, Tennessee. We respect everybody here as far as your team. Indiana's having a great year in football, and I'm in Indiana. And so yeah, Jake. There's a lot of Cat fans in Evansville. Yes, there are. Yes, a lot. Yes. Like a lot, because it's right across the river. Normally most people that are Kentucky fans don't talk. We don't talk smack. I never said anything, but I don't wear anything that says Kentucky on it because I don't want to get into basketball discussion. Yeah, I don't want to discuss basketball with them. Well, Jimmy, there might be some football coaches because they're not have money for football. Yeah, a lot of people's going to get fired. LSU got fired tonight. Who else is going to get fired? Oklahoma, Texas. They're talking about if he loses a game, they're going to fire him if he doesn't make the playoffs, and they can't lose a game. So yeah, there's going to be 7. Out of 16 coaches fired. Half the SEC is going to fire their coaches because they have one bad year. If you have one bad year, that is a bad thing to get into if you're a school. Because if you're going to give somebody a long-term contract, you're going to keep going in the hole. As I said in my video today, if you have not watched the video I put out today on the state of our football team, go back and watch it. And it's a little bit too much truth. Some people got upset. I'm just telling you the way it is. If you're going to keep firing somebody every time they have 1 or 2 bad years, you're going to keep going in the hole because you're going to keep buying a coach. Because no matter how good you are, with all the turnover in NIL and everybody leaving, every year you have to re-recruit your team and get a new team. It's going to be hard. That's what I was listening to John Gruden, and he said he's not coming he changed his mind. He ain't coming to college because he doesn't want to have to recruit a team every year. So Brett Michaels was singing at Pittsburgh. Wow, Brett Michaels. He was here in Evansville outside of a mall singing in the parking lot a couple years ago. And I said, man, how bad is Brett Michaels' luck when he's singing outside of a mall in Evansville, Indiana. But he was. I don't know what they paid him. JJ, our man, Grant, Derbyshire got minutes in the Arkansas game. Oh, he did? Okay, good. Nate Oates might leave because yes, yeah, that's Jimmy. That's what some I think somebody wrote, a couple people wrote an article that Nate Oates is looking for a job. I listened to in Alabama, it was football basketball podcast, and they were saying that they told him, "Hey man, we're not spending money on basketball anymore, dude. Sorry." And he's like, "Well, don't expect me to stay after my. I don't know how long his contract is, but he's looking for another job. That's the word on the street." So Auburn. Bruce Pearl left. Why did they hire his son? His son got turned down for a Murray State job. Well, the reason they hired him is because he's cheap, and they're not worried about basketball anymore. They're worried about football in Auburn. So yeah, I heard that Nate Oates is trying to leave, and that came from some of their own podcasts. Uh, Zach Taylor's in danger of being fired. Oh, really? Well, JJ, they're gonna fire so many people. Lost to the Jets. Oh, okay. Yeah. Cincinnati quarterback. I know you're talking. All right. Yeah, Cincinnati Bengals guys. Come on. I mean, Joe Burrow got hurt. I mean, what did you expect was going to happen? I mean, if he loses his job, hey, he's an NFL guy. But yeah, it's easy to fire somebody. It's just the easiest thing you can do. But yeah, the Kentucky job. Yeah, almost could have had the Kentucky job. Oh, he could have. Well, maybe you can have it now. Like I said. All right, guys. Well, look, I'm going to do that game Thursday night. I'll probably do a live on Tuesday night. I might do a live on Tuesday night. And then Thursday night, I'll do the basketball game. Saturday, I'll do the football game. So if you want to come in here and we're going to have a watch party, and I know the football game will be, I won't get a lot of people in here, and that's okay. But I do have SEC Plus. So come in here for the basketball game. We'll do a watch party for that game, and I will let you hear the sound, and we will talk about that. No Nate Oates. Well, he's a good basketball coach. But yeah, he's probably going to leave, guys. That's the rumor on the street. No Nate Oates. Oh, he said no? No Nate Oates. Oh, okay. Excuse me. Oh, you mean, okay. You meant Nate Oates could have had the job. Oh, our job. Yeah. Yeah, he probably could have had it. Dumbass. Bruce Pearl. Nate Oates. That was stupid. Well, see, he didn't know what was about to happen. He didn't realize that rev sharing and NIL was going to come along, and all of a sudden they were going to tell him, see, like I said, how's Nate Oates going to win without players? He's a great coach. Is he going to win without players? No. Why not? Because you got to have good players. Is Mark Stoops going to win without less money and less players, less good players? No, because you got to have good players. I don't care how good of a coach you are. If you don't have, a good enough team, you ain't going to win. This is sports. So, yeah. All right, guys. Well, I tell you what, I will see you guys Tuesday night. And like I said, come in Thursday night for the basketball game. I forgot. I think it's at 6 or 7, whatever time it is. Just come in here. Thank you, son of a gunner. And you know what? Come in here for the football game, Auburn game. I'll probably do that game. And, if we lose, we lose. And look, whatever happens during the week, a lot of people's going to get fired. You're going to hear a lot of fire. Mark Stoops is going to get fired. Don't worry, guys. I keep telling the media, don't worry. He's going to go. They're going to buy him out. We've had enough of him. You know what? You can't have 2 bad years. So, yeah, he's can't do it. So, look, all good things must come to an end. So, it was a good ride while it lasted. You know what I'm saying? Great show. Well, man, I appreciate you, Jimmy. Say hello to everyone at Loyal BBN. And look, hey, man, we're all working for the same thing, to have a good podcast and to, take up for Kentucky sports. That's why I get animated sometimes, and I get mad at some of our writers. It's like, dude, whose side are you on here? Don't talk bad about your own. Don't shit in a place where you live, right? Or whatever the saying is, where you eat. Don't shit where you eat. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm trying to say at the end of the day to some of our writers. Hey, pull your hand out of your ass and, try to help us a little bit. All right, guys. Look, be safe out there. Be safe going to work. Drive safe. Try not to get mad at people. And I'll see you Tuesday night. Go Cats.